Hello YouTube viewers, I'm back, Angela Ball. I'm now calling my painting that I'd like to show you again, called Time Release, somehow capturing the images of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington in the barn roof. Almost paranormal, very supernatural. I have no words to describe how the painting ended up this way. I was really just painting my childhood experiences here on this farm, and just a few strokes with some basic acrylic paint just to leave it very elementary, dried, and when I went back, the images are all over, very profound, highly detailed. The value of light and dark is, the scale is all there. From, they say there's 9 values, there's like so many picking up here of the detail of, it's almost like portraiture of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington with tribal Aborigine folk. It looks like aliens and wizards, and they're not really just all of it. They're in the roof, they're all over the painting. That's why it's time release, because it really is as if they harnessed and somehow the energy from out there in the cosmos, I don't know how, put itself here in my painting, like I'm harnessing that energy. I believe in paranormal, and this house here actually had a lot of paranormal activity going on, dating back, I have it in this history book, to 1753, the land and the house being built in the land grant, let's see, 1682, the land grant, and the house being built in 1753. And the barn in 1853, or some years later. I don't have all my history right. However, I do know that this is a historic house. So why the presidents lent themselves to me in my painting, I don't know. However, they did, and it is really cosmic and really far out. And I don't know how to put words to it, describe it. The more abstract are angels and skulls and lots of fine detail in the house itself. Also, this cow pasture over here. The cows, it looks as if the paint kind of melted itself and transformed. The basic acrylic paint just kind of blah, and the detail that came out of it is extraordinary. Up close in the cow pasture, you can see it looks like children under the cows with extreme detail. Umbrella scenes, music, other animals. I know it's going to sound crazy or really played out, but possibly like a Mother Teresa figure looking like she's giving birth out of some of these cows. One of the cows actually looks like an elephant, so it's very spiritual. There's a lot. I know it's almost, there's just too much going on. It's as if a timeline is on my painting here that released a long line of time right next to Abraham. What appears to be Akhenaten, if you've seen any of that artwork, he is elongated man with a very long, looking as if he's wearing a headdress, but that's the shape of his skull. He's next to Abraham Lincoln. I pick up a lot more the more I look at it. I mean, there's like a dreadlock kind of going down his face, and the way it captures George Washington and his eye expression, though, it's as if it's like a picture out of a history book, like a snapshot image that just picked up every little detail and expression of their very strong eyes. It's striking, and when you see them, it's as if you lock eyes with these creatures. Also, not just the presidents in the picture, but the other people, like the alien looking people, or there's wizards, and even all over. It's as if sometimes you really are looking at a live image. And like I said, the paint kind of morphs itself, it changes. That's why it's almost as if it is supernatural. It has a presence. It's very hard to believe or explain. And again, I just kind of relate it back to science and how they say you can't kill energy. So it's always out there and holding space and time, light. I need to do a lot more reading to understand this, because it is kind of mind-bending, the black hole myth, or even space, and not knowing what truly is out there. But somehow I do believe it lent itself to my painting, and I'm getting a little bit of history that is not seen or even out there yet. It's really kind of like shaking. It gives you like the chills. I'm gonna give you some more up close images of the details of the barn and the cows and the house. Actually, the last woman to live in this house, her name was Martha Darlington. This is Darlington Road, and she's one of the heirs to the Darlington family. She lived and died in this house up to in 1979. She died in the house, and in 1980 my sister was born, and we moved into this house. And when we were little, growing up, my sister used to say that she had a friend, Martha, and she was talking to Martha in the attic. My mother would ask her where she was, and I never believed her. I thought she was really kind of nuts. But now when I look back, I kind of believe in the supernatural, and I believe more in spirit, and I believe it mixes with science, and how you can't kill energy, and how you can have locks or holes like black holes holding and harnessing energy. However, they always wonder, can you release those energies? And I kind of believe that it released itself here in my painting. I've had other experiences like this with my artwork, but never so profound with the history of the people. Like, I don't know any of the people normally in my paintings that are like images that'll look like a portrait. This is obviously Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, and Native Americans, you know, they're wearing braids, and it really looks tribal and ceremonial, and just they're all flanking and molding into one another. It's powerful. Show you a little closer up. That's where it all started. That mail truck is a little bit out of date. It's probably like a 1970 mail truck. Who knows? Anyway, here we go. We have Abraham Lincoln up there. You can see down, there's like a black hand. That is, he's one of the tribal men, but the hand morphs. There's a white beard. I'm sounding like I'm rambling, but the detail, there's Akhenaten next to Abraham. Abraham has his braids and dreadlocks. George Washington, it's hard to capture. The barn roof, literally with just a stroke of paint on that roof, just trying to pick up what was once a metal roof falling apart. Just a few paint strokes, basic of paint, and the detail. And nobody's playing a joke on me. This painting actually is painted on an off-grid camp without electricity. So that's one more special thing, I think, to the painting. Really, they're everywhere. You can get lost in this painting. There's the woman you see, which looks like the Mother Teresa woman, as if she's holding babies out of this cow. I can't explain. She has her headdress on, and the children underneath that cow, that the cow kind of turned into a elephant with his face up. It's so, the way they morph, the light's hard to really pick up, but there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 what looks like little girls under umbrellas with the detail underneath this cow. The cow, I mean, the way the paint is, see, it looks like a concert being held over there, and the lady's shoes, and she's floating. I mean, it sounds so far-fetched, but it really did just appear. And this is really cool because Martha Darlington did die in this house. And there, if you see on that porch, it looks like eyes out of the porch, or a lady with big angel wings. That's the kind of like stretching it. Is this, what is this? You know, what is this? People in the windows sometimes, and it really does change. It's really wild. But it all started with noticing Abraham Lincoln there and George Washington. The camera's not really picking up George, and this is the month of the presidents, so it is kind of wild to show that maybe they are dropping down a sign you know? We're all going to go out into the cosmos someday, but it's as if these guys came back to my painting. They're like saying hello. They're saying, we're next to the god Akhenaten and we're kind of aliens. I don't know. Well, that's all I have so far. Maybe I'll notice more. But I did come up with a new name, Time Release, so I really do like that name because it really makes more sense. And this book that a friend lent me gives me more understanding of the reality of it and the science and the supernatural aspect. So I recommend you all reading this. It's about quantum mechanics, and it's like a separate reality and how we could be living in a holograph reality and world where dual planes can be going on at once. It's mind-bending. I'm talking about something I don't completely know about, but this is helping me understand my painting a little more. So I think it's very special, and it's phenomenal artwork that is very far out. So enjoy, and maybe I made a believer out of some people. Okay. What do you think, Ward?
Great.
Some of it, if you do some editing, it might be nice.